This part is just a test, really, for those who might be coming in watching it back. Skip to about a minute, and we'll go for it. Well, that was a little bit of a test there to see how things would go with a bit of music in the background. I quite liked it. I don't know if you guys did, but this is a quick stream / video to give people an update on what happened over the last week between us and Thorpe Park, us at The Real Review. I say us and Thorpe Park, more like us and Merlin Entertainments, because, and I've got the receipts here, by the way. I'm not taking responsibility, by the way. I'm just saying I think we might have had a bit of influence on this, which is nice. Because, as everybody knows, Hyperia at Thorpe Park, the UK's tallest and fastest roller coaster, has broken. There's much speculation as to why it is broken. That is not what we are going to get into here. What we are going to get into here is something that is really close to our hearts, my heart personally, affects me personally, and that is disability access. Because as people know, the new Merlin system of disability access is hard to navigate at best. And you have to book your accessibility long in advance, and that accessibility can sell out. I mean, I have numerous issues, which I will discuss with them in person at some point with this. Because as an annual pass holder, and I imagine many of you who might watch this are also annual pass holders, or even as a paying customer, if there is a ticket, a space within the park that I can book, then surely I should be entitled to have my needs met. And that's the same goes to everybody else. If we can book a space into the park, just like everybody else can, if there is access available, then we should be able to rock up, explain what our needs are. You probably know already because we're in the system, and have them met. But that's not what they're doing this year. They say what they're doing falls within the Equalities Act, and I'm trying to have an extremely positive relationship between us here and between Merlin Entertainments, specifically Head of Accessibility Kate McBernie. So with that in mind, I had, and others, 3 other disabled people who were all coming with me, we were going to film a video, we were going to cover it. We had accessibility booked weeks and weeks and weeks in advance for Monday the 27th of May, because we tried to attend Hyperia opening day, and we were being told, once again, like I just said, yes, you can book a ticket, but you'll just have to look at the rides, because your needs won't be met the same as everybody else's, which, that's the frustrating part of it. If the park was sold out, and I couldn't book a space, or another disabled person couldn't book a space or go in, that's a different story, obviously. But if it isn't, this is where my issue lies, and I think it's something that we need to discuss further, because I do advocate for disabled people. I am a disabled man. Lisa, who runs this channel with me, is a disabled woman. We've both got physical disabilities. We've both got autism. Ollie, who works alongside us sometimes, he's also disabled. Natalie, she is autistic. Both of her children are autistic, and this is something that is extremely close and dear to our hearts. Anyway, so on Saturday, the 25th of May, so the day after Hyperia broke down, I saw the statements and I thought, you know what? They're saying, oh yeah, you can rebook. That's fantastic. We can rebook, but we can't rebook accessibility because our accessibility has sold out on the days that we might want to rebook for. So I fired off this email to Kate McBernie of Merlin Entertainments, like I say, who is the head of accessibility. I'm doing everything I can to protect and not dox and not give email addresses or anything like this, but we are talking. So I sent this. It said, "Hi, Kate. We are trying to get an answer out of Thorpe Park, but decided to come directly to you. Like many other people, I have a booking and a wrap booked for Thorpe Park dates. Booked for Thorpe Park on the dates Hyperia is closed. I personally, and 3 other disabled people I know personally, have wrap booked for Monday, 27th of May. And whilst we understand that things can happen that are sometimes out of all of our control, this situation is in the control of yourself and your team. I and my friends will now obviously be moving our bookings to allow for the repair and reopening of the ride, but in no way able to guarantee accessibility under the system, which is obviously a problem that we are looking to help others overcome. Can we please find a way to guarantee all those with wrap booked well in advance for these closed dates or these dates will be able to receive that access on any date they choose to attend alternatively? Once again, we understand the situation with the ride is out of your control, but it is also not the fault of the disabled people who booked ride access and may have to travel several hours to attend the park, myself included. We just want the ride opening to be successful and ensure our needs are met when we choose our alternative dates to attend. Not too much to ask for, I think. I understand this is a tough situation to navigate, but we are also trying to provide reassurance to others that they won't be unduly penalised for being disabled when the situation is out of their control. And that's what I sent to Kate McBernie on the 25th of May. And she did come back to me. To be fair to Kate McBernie, she came back to me and she said, I have passed your email on to the Thorpe Park team and your feedback. And I also forwarded a copy of it to them as well. Then I did get I asked for a bit of a follow-up earlier in the week, and she asked me, have Thorpe Park emailed you yet? And I said, no, they haven't. But today, May 31st, 2024, we have received an email from Thorpe Park, and I believe many disabled people will also have received this email if they had Hyperia booked. This is from customer service at thorpepark.co.uk, and it states, Dear guest, we are writing to you in regards to your pre-booked ride access pass for dates between May 25th and 7th of June, which we have and other people have, and maybe some of you watching this back have. As you may already be aware, due to unforeseen circumstances for dates, as you already may be aware, but due to unforeseen circumstances, we cannot commit to reopening Hyperia before Saturday, 8th of June. Fair enough, okay? We don't want the ride to be unsafe. We don't want the ride to be broken. We want the ride to be safe so everybody can enjoy it. As part of our ongoing review of the new ride access pass policy implemented earlier this year, we have been reviewing dropouts capacities for each day in order to provide the best possible service for all ride access pass users. Following Hyperia's closure and feedback from guests about peak days at capacity, hello, and limited flexibility to be able to move their visit date, we would like to invite you to rebook your ride access pass pre-book should you wish to move your visit date. If you would like to go ahead with your original visit, which is obviously past now, please use your pre-booking as usual and collect a time card at the accessibility kiosk. The below link is available for 2 weeks until the 14th of June to allow you to access a one-time use rebooking portal. You will need to input the order number from your original ride access pass. Pre-book for dates between 25th and 7th of June. This will allow you to rebook one ride access pass user and up to 3 companions. Your order number will only work once, so please ensure you check your booking before proceeding as it cannot be reused. Please note that all dates have limited capacity, so book early to avoid disappointment. So what they are trying to say is they're going to try and honor that system. They're offering you a one-shot, a one-time getting around the main booking system in order to pick the date that you want so that you can choose and pick the date that you want. This is exactly what we asked for, and if it works out in practice as it does in theory, then absolutely I want to extend an absolute congratulations to Kate McBernie at Merlin Entertainments and of course Thorpe Park as well for taking on board what we said and implementing basically what we asked for to the letter, because this isn't about you, me, but this isn't about me, the people I go with or anything like that. This is about you. This is about other disabled people, and this is about fairness. And what do people mean when they say fairness? Well, at the end of the day, just because we can book into the park on the same days that you can, if you're not disabled or you don't have, an invisible disability, a hidden disability like autism, doesn't mean that if our needs are not going to be met, doesn't mean we can have, the same experience or as much of the same experience as you can. It means that we are left out to pasture. We are told, yes, you can come in, you can stare at the rides, you can You can look. There they are. But that's about it. So in order to really do this fairly, and I commend them for saying to people, if you've got, non-disabled people, if you've got tickets booked for these dates, then please rebook at no extra cost for another date when we can guarantee the ride's open. I commend them for saying that. But what we just wanted was them to be able to look at the situation as it is and see that disabled people are not... We are more complicated. It's a fact. It's not something that can be avoided. It's just the truth. So, I know it's been a bit of a ramble, but if you haven't had that email yet and you do have a ride access pass booked between the the 25th of May and the 7th of June, I urge you to jump onto customer services at Thorpe Park and ensure you can use that portal as well, so that you can choose whatever date you wish or need to return to Ride Hyperia. I think it's great, personally speaking, if it works in practice as it says in theory. So with that, at this time, tentative congratulations, a huge thank you for actually listening and reaching out to those of us who, need a little bit of extra support, need a little bit of extra help. And saying, yes, actually, we understand where you're coming from. It feels good for once. Feels nice. So you should be able to make sure you've got your original wrap booking number, rebook for the date of your choice. And hopefully it goes well, and hopefully everybody gets the date that they want, so that they can experience this ride and all of the others, of course, and have a great day out. So, thank you for watching this one. I will speak to you in the next one, and I will say, as usual, in just a second, I've got to settle this up. I haven't done this in ages. Bye for now.